Shabbat Shalom from Temple Concord. This week we've watched as lots of stuff has been falling down from the heavens, mostly the white stuff, and not all of us have been so happy seeing it. It's fun, though, that this comes at the same time that our Torah portion talks about the manna coming. And this week our ancestors have finally crossed into the wilderness, they've left Egypt, and they're hungry. And the matzah that they were carrying on their backs only gets them so far, and so they ask for food, and they get manna, and they don't know what manna is. And they're told that manna can taste like whatever you imagine it to taste like, which is this great line that I can picture, any mother saying to their child, just pretend that it's something chocolate and you'll like it. But our ancestors, for whatever reason, bought it, and the manna would come in the morning, and they would go out and collect it, and on Shabbat, they would get a double portion. So Friday morning you get a double portion, so that on Shabbat itself you wouldn't have to get any. The question, though, is how did they recognize that's what it was, and how did they recognize that it was edible, and what did they do with it? And the sages sort of go back and forth on what manna is and how to understand it. For me, we've actually in our cooking class tried to make manna, and it tastes like stuff. It doesn't taste like much of anything else. But for me, it's a question of, can you recognize things out there? And so when I read the story of the Israelites getting the manna, for me it's a story about the ability of the Israelites to recognize that there was something greater going on, that there was a gift being given. And most of us walk through life, myself included, sort of focused on what we're doing today on our calendars, our iPhones, whatever it is, and we don't really think much about the rest of the world. But there are gifts out there all the time, and the gifts are coming from heaven or from other places, and every once in a while there's a double portion of a gift waiting there for us. And the only real question is, are our eyes open to it? Do we see it? Do we want the manna bad enough that we're willing to open our eyes big enough to find it? And I think that idea is one that can enrich us in many, many ways. I think if we decide to see the world in a way that's filled with gifts, that's filled with opportunity and possibility, then we recognize that the manna isn't just a product in the wilderness, but rather it's something that each of us can enjoy and savor even today. I hope you'll join us for Shabbat services. Friday evening services will be at 6 o'clock. Our Knesset Shalom singers, our adult choir, will be joining us. Afterwards, there's a wonderful Shabbat dinner. I hope you'll plan to join us. It's a $5 a person dinner, so it's good on the wallet as well. Call the temple office to make reservations. Saturday morning, of course, we have text study at 9, Torah study at 10, and services at 11. On Sunday morning, we have a full schedule of activities. The first meeting of the year with our 5th grade families as they prepare for the Bar and Bat Mitzvah cycle will take place at 9:45. Our Jewish History Through Cooking series will continue at 10:30 with Spanish Jewry and Spanish cooking. And our Gan is going to be meeting, and our Shirat Shalom singers, our children's choir, will be practicing at 12 o'clock. Sunday is also Super Sunday, and so I hope you'll heed the call from the Federation and give as generously as you can. Together we can do great things. In the coming week, on Tuesday evening, we have Dr. James Dua Ajiman, who's affectionately known as Dr. D, who is the head of Multicultural Affairs at Syracuse University, who's going to be speaking as part of our Scholar Series. That will be Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. Dr. D is a sweetheart of a soul, and I hope you can join us. And Wednesday evening, our rescheduled dinner at China Road will take place. This last week we had the snow and we had to cancel it. We are rescheduled for next Wednesday, the 27th. Promises to be a fun night learning about Chinese jewelry and Chinese culture and having some good Chinese food. For now, though, I wish you a Shabbat of looking for the manna and looking for that double portion every once in a while and savoring it and recognizing how good our world can be. Shabbat Shalom for now. Look forward to seeing you at the temple.